Yo, what is going on? It is Tuesday, February 17th, 5:35 p.m. Another day not taking an entry. It's been almost 3 weeks since I've entered a trade. This is the longest I've ever gone. Usually it used to be 4 days. It has been 15. Today I implemented the new model. However, never got an entry. I was also trading inverses. I combined the two. It's my personal model. Never got an entry, but I'm not as upset about it today because there just genuinely wasn't an entry. And let's go over it. So if the whole project X thing, I have Replicanto now. It only shows negative because I was testing to see if it was working. I was getting it all set up last night and I had to test to make sure that it was working. So yeah, that's why these are negative. As you can see, my account balances are here, all in the red. Nice, right? Yeah, and then alpha, let's see. Look, last time I took a trade was Wednesday the 28th. But let's get into today and why I did not take a trade. If we take a look at the higher time frame, so let's say the 4-hour, bearish, right? The hourly is decently bearish. But, we technically are starting to trend a little bit upward right near open. Never mind. We weren't. But if we take a look more so at the 15-minute, 15-minute wasn't bad. And the 5-minute wasn't terrible. As far as wanting to go seek out London and Asia high, I knew 100% we were going to go and grab one of these liquidity pools. And I wasn't 100% certain on both of them. So I was bullish until Asia high technically. But what happened was that I tried to get an entry, honestly, because as you can see right here, we have this 15-minute gap resting below. And with the new model, this would have been a beautiful entry in my opinion. This to me is all that I needed to see for longs. We have 930 open up lower into this 15-minute. As you can see, we perfectly respect midnight open. We reject off of this 15-minute gap. We create a bullish SMT. As you can see, ES remained above both of these. And what we go on to do is we close above this 930 wick. And if we take a look at this open, it's not wicky. It's direct. It was a Judas swing lower and a freaking strong ass pump higher. It was very direct. The open wasn't wicky. It wasn't lagging behind. Off of this first two candles, you can see that this was going to be a strong open and that we really wanted London high. This is what I've been backtesting and all of that. Actually, let me pull that up too. Give me a second. Let it load. This is what I have spent the whole weekend doing, was backtesting. If we take a look, I backtested June with my new model. I backtested up to February with my new model. And I also did January. January was this similar. It was up to current day in June, as you can see. Win rate's a little bit inflated, though. Obviously, because I don't do break even. I just, put it $1 or $2. Oh, my gosh, dude. It's connected to my MacBook. I just do $1 or $2 above. So yeah, win rate's pretty inflated. It's not realistic of a win rate. There's a lot of break evens in there. But back to what I was saying as far as this goes. Yeah, if we take a look here, right at that open. All right. Just let me get to the candles. Right at open on this candle would have been my entry. However, ES, what did it do? Right there, boom, ran it. Another entry could have possibly been here where we get a retrace and a bullish closing candle above the opening of this would have been another great entry. However, what did ES do? ES went and it took out London high. Now, as far as Asia high goes, I wanted to see a retracement of this price leg, of this opening price leg, because you can see we edged it and we left those equal highs right there, correct? See these equal highs right here. And we had Asia high right here. So what did we go on? And I wanted to see, cool. I wanted to see us get into, shit, I wrote it the wrong way. I wanted to see us get into, EQ, golden pocket, either or, not golden pocket, I'm sorry, OTE or EQ, and then inverse this 1 minute gap. And I would have went break even at this 1 minute gap and just target it. So I would have been a trade like this. Targeted Asia high, bro. And I would have put my stops. Oh, shit. Stops right here. My goodness. So yeah, it would have been this as another trade, but as you can see, we started dumping off. And why didn't I take an inverse lower here? Look at this. Where is it at? The 5 minute, right? It didn't close on this candle. It hadn't closed, so I wasn't bearish yet. This 5 minute was my condition. I was not bearish at all. This 5 minute 100% was my condition. As you can see, it held. And then ultimately, before closing right here and letting me get a trade to, there was a pair of equal lows right here. It just shat the bed down. It just shat down. This would have been another decent trade. Why didn't I take this trade? One, I was so focused on this bullish mindset where I wanted to see these equal highs and this Asia high get ran. And two, this would have 100% been an eval play, because if we take a look here, we are playing with midnight open. We hadn't closed under it yet. We were technically still rejecting off of it. And by the time this candle I would have needed this candle to close under midnight. It had ran the equal lows already. Could have gotten an entry right there, but this would have been a decent trade, because if we take a look here, you see this 1 minute you see this 1 minute candle tag into here, wick off beautifully. That creates and allows for this to be an order block and to form this order block over here of this liquidity sweep of London high. That also, we then get this is the candle that confirms both of them as order blocks. We then get a retest of both of these order blocks and a candle closure lower, which you could have honestly just taken the retest of the order blocks, but because we didn't close it below midnight, I would have wanted to see this candle close just below midnight, take an entry quick and early, break even at the 15 minute, and just hope that it would have dumped down. But it didn't, and we just ran the equal lows too soon. And after that, I did not give a fuck about this sell side. Why? Because why is it being so fucking annoying? This sell side, just to me, it's not like, you see, it's already inside of an hourly gap, so we do not need to run here. This is low, like this is high resistance liquidity. We do not need to run to this sell side. We don't. Is it even inside of a 4 hour? No, it's not. It was inside of an hourly gap. We just don't need to run there. That's why I was not fond of it. This was a forward test I took to the sell side. Why was it a forward test? I don't like the draw on liquidity. With the new way that I want to trade, draw on liquidity means so much. But what do we have? We have this 3 minute. Now, one thing I did want to look at. I'm going to look at this in a second. Can price? Oh my gosh, price closed right at this Asia high, bro. So 6,825. Will was fucking saying that this was an SMT. We didn't take Asia on either asset, so why would I take a short? There was no SMT at this high. The 5 minute hand close. All right, whatever. But back to what I was saying. Why did I take this? So if we take a look, we had the 3 minute, right? Tagged into this 15 minute, rejected beautifully off of midnight open. We had this 3 minute inverse, and we also had got into EQ of this range. So you can see rejected off the EQ of this range. We tagged into this to midnight open. We tagged into a 15 minute, and we had this 3 minute inverse heading lower. I just didn't like the draw on liquidity, man. I genuinely just did not like this draw on liquidity, and that's why I wanted to forward test a more confirming style where we create this into an order block. And as we seen that other play out earlier, just enter it basically respecting the order block, and it would have chopped around, would have gone break even right here, and it would have been a quick break even and would have been out of there. Because if it's going to do something like this, like, cool, we can respect the order block. If we close into here, I'll enter again. Taking something like this, like if it would have closed into here, I would have entered again. Oh shit. Taking something like this, which would have been tagging into that order block and just respecting that, and then looking to run it just to get RR, bro, just one to one, whatever. But we didn't even get that. So that's why today I had no entries, and I believe today was the most logical day behind reasoning as to why I didn't get an entry of all my days with no entry. And that's why I'm okay with it. It's been 3 weeks since I've taken a trade. 1, that shows me how disciplined I am. 2, that just shows me how disciplined I can be and how patient I can be. Is it ideal? No, this isn't right, because I've definitely should have been taking trades between here. But, it at least got to look at the positive. It at least showed me a bright side of something. But yeah, again, implementing this new trading style. As we can see, it almost caught me a nice entry today, and then the second entry just playing around with midnight. Could have definitely been an eval play off of just the respect of the order block, because we can clearly see that we wanted to continue lower. That 15-minute was magnetizing everything we had already closed below, just all of that. Yeah. So yeah, that was all that I got for today, implementing the new trading style. And I promise this is gonna be it, bro. This might be my edge in the market. Again, look at my back testing. This was June, and then this was February up to last Friday. Would have been better than where I'm at right now. Would have 100% been better than where I'm at right now. So that's why I wanted to implement it. It's still using IFVGs as a confluence, but it's a lot more order blocks, break of structures, displacing candles, and highest of it all is draw liquidity, which we seen on what would have been my 1 minute entry. I see that when open doesn't wick and has strong displacement like this, we're likely just to eat this drawn liquidity up. Like, if ES doesn't take this, I enter. I just, boom, probably would have gone to fill like right here. My fill, hold up, let me be more realistic. My fill probably would have been like right here, so I would have targeted probably like 75 points, to be honest, just to get my 1.25. Stops right, stops like below CE of this order block, realistically. Nah, just right here. So then 80 points. Yeah, it would have been like this more so. Yep, that would have been it. Called it a day. Even here wasn't bad. Just playing around with midnight, and I personally was just so stuck. But yeah, I'm done rambling. I am ready for tomorrow.